And where were you, in Detroit?
Yeah, I was here in Detroit, and I like to pride myself on thinking I have a pretty dope immune system.
You had
Like
it and you survived, is what you're telling us. Yeah.
but I'm gonna tell you that I almost didn't.
Sugar, spice, and everything nice.
Welcome to Chick Flick, a vlogcast created by a woman made to empower you. I'm Kira Domonique, and joining us today we have the lovely Leora Edut. How are you, goddess?
I'm great, goddess.
Leora is the founder and owner of Goddess on the Go events and author of Goddess on the Go, which is available on Barnes & Noble and Amazon. Leora, it's been forever, girl.
Oh no, so happy
Yes.
to be here.
Oh my goodness, finally.
Right?
It's been years. I've known you for how long now?
I'm gonna say since my daughter was pretty young, so probably about 5 years.
For like 5 years now. Yeah,
Yep.
when I was living in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, in New York. Yeah.
Yeah. Instant connection.
Yes.
We
And I
ended
got,
up hanging out the rest of the night.
yes, we did.
Like, okay, we need to go home.
Exactly. Had somewhere to go. But that was amazing because I met you at a women's empowerment seminar
Yes.
for
Yes.
women in business. And so that's the first time I met you. And I instantly fell in love with you and what you represented and what you had going on. Do you want to explain a little bit about like what you do and how you got started a little bit?
Sure. So, I have a company called Goddess on the Go, which is about liberating women in all areas of their lives so they have the freedom to do it differently. And it started out as me going through my own journey in my very young early 30s and feeling really disconnected from other women and not knowing what the cause of that was, and having this deep desire for sisterhood but not knowing kind of where to find it. And so I invited 7 women into my tiny 1-bedroom apartment in Manhattan to gather weekly. And in those times that we were all like hanging out, it was really created to be a safe space where we could just come, where we could share, where like nobody was giving advice or coaching one another, which sometimes we do. And it was a time to celebrate as well, like, because we don't celebrate the good in our lives. A lot of times we get together and we like, just talk shit about our jobs or our relationships or, our bosses.
Yeah, so
And this was different.
yeah, this is very different.
This was really learning how to hold space for every single like part of us that we are as women, because we're so multi-layered. We are emotional creatures, and a lot of us um, have been taught to not to suppress the emotions, but also to judge our emotions. So when we see a woman being emotional, a lot of times it makes us uncomfortable because we're like, oh my God, I can't be with that. And so, when we really learn that we can hold space for our sisters through their grief, through their anger, through their beautiful joy and sensuality and flirtatiousness and just all the multi ways we are,
Right.
it becomes a healing thing. And then we're also able to see that that's inside every single woman, and it just needs a safe space to be brought out in. And so that was what made me want to begin Goddess on the Go, because at that time I was a makeup artist in the city, and I noticed that so many women just couldn't tap into that authentic part of themselves. It was like
Yeah,
we have to put on this
yeah,
mask and this perfectionate way. And
yeah. Western culture has really found a way to mold a woman into this idea that really isn't natural.
yeah,
And because of that, we end up dealing with so much suppression aggression, I like to call it. Suppression aggression.
absolutely.
So you have to learn how to liberate yourself as a woman, free yourself, um, be okay with yourself, be one with yourself, get to know yourself, in order to
Absolutely.
feel fulfilled as a
Eh,
as a human being, as a person. And for
Absolutely.
everyone, and especially our men, right?
Yeah,
They really got to get
absolutely.
in there. Hmm.
Yeah, we get so disconnected from our bodies that we live up in our heads, and we're
Yeah,
like, we are just constantly checking in, like, am I doing it right? Am I saying the right thing? Am I wearing the right thing? Do I have the right, like, do I have the right partner? Do I have the right friend? And we've lost the connection to the feeling and the intuition, which is all in the lower part of our chakras and our bodies. It's in our womb, it's in our womb wisdom, like really checking in and saying, does this feel right for me? Like,
yeah. So how
is
have
this
you
true for me?
so how have you found ways to like practice that while dealing with COVID-19?
Yeah, so every day I get on my mat and I move my body really sensually, and I turn on different um I would say different songs that tend to evoke emotions in me, and I move I move different emotions out as I'm moving my body, whether it be grief, whether it be rage, whether it be um pleasure, sensual pleasure, or that confidence, that fierceness, right? That is in all of us as well. And so, and joy as well.
So you use it
Because
as a meditative way,
yeah, it's
as a way to
definitely,
meditate.
I would call it a moving meditation for sure.
I love it.
Yes,
Wow.
yes,
Yeah, with the latest stats right now with COVID, we got now nationwide, without exception, all schools have to close until the end of the school year.
yes.
Whereas in maybe a week and a half ago, it was just, a few districts.
Yeah.
We've got
Or we were being told that they were going to reopen at the end of the second week of April, which I was like,
right.
that's not, I could tell you right now, that's not happening.
You already knew.
I know. Spirit says this is a 90-day, maybe even a little bit longer, but definitely a 90-day spiritual reset for all of us.
Yeah, because even when it is over and it's over, there's still that like reacclimation back to like
Absolutely.
life as it was.
Life as it was, yeah.
But it's never
Integration.
going to be the same.
It's never
And
going to
that's
be the
not a
same.
bad thing. That's not a bad
Oh
thing.
my God, please can we
Yes.
let all these old systems crumble, please? Because
Hey.
this is impacting this is impacting the rich, the white, the black, every single person it is impacting. And
Mm-hmm.
I think it is making us feel the emotions that we usually don't have time to feel, like grief, like anger, like also joy, because think about this. So many people, so many parents especially, don't have time with their kids. So many people don't even
Right.
go out to get fresh air anymore. Like, we're in this, I don't have time. I've seen so many people outside just walking around. I've heard amazing stories of people doing acts of service
Yes,
for
that's been
people,
really
and
great. Really great to hear and see.
corporations doing that. And so I think this is, like I said, just a time to spiritually reset all of our stuff.
Yeah, definitely. How's your sleep been since all of this? I know my
I've been
sleep.
having
Yeah.
weird dreams.
Oh, wow, of course.
Weird dreams of like past exes. I'm like, I didn't want to think about that person. Thank you very much.
That's interesting. Past exes. I wasn't even on that
Yeah.
wavelength. I was on something else. I was like, wait a minute.
Well, keeping it real over here, but yeah.
Keep it very real. Please keep it 100.
Yeah.
Yes.
And at first I was in this like vacation schedule. Like, we were doing like this family night in bed, watching movies every night. And I just noticed that like we were going to sleep at almost midnight every night, excuse me, um and then waking up late, like 7, 8, and I like to be up at 6, but it was almost like, well, what's the point? Like, and then I was like, wait a minute, I just feel off waking up so late in the day. But also, I went through my own episode of having the COVID, and
Wow. Let's talk about
so
that. Yeah,
yeah,
because
and
I was getting ready to say everyone's circadian rhythm is like getting totally hijacked with all
slowly,
of the amount of stress that's being put
yeah.
on everybody. So, like, yeah, my sleep schedule is non-existent. I never really had much of one anyway, being a filmmaker, and I edit a lot of my own stuff. So
Yeah,
it's like, but wow,
late night editing.
you had COVID-19. You caught the
did
coronavirus.
I did.
And where were you, in Detroit?
Yeah, I was here in Detroit. And I like to pride myself on thinking I have a pretty dope immune system. Like,
You had it and you survived is what you're telling us. Yeah.
but I'm gonna tell you that I almost didn't. I almost felt like I didn't, because I've never had a cough like that where I can't catch my breath
Oh
in the
my
middle of the
goodness.
night. And it started out as a sore throat. It started out from really, my immune system was down because, again, a particular night I didn't get enough sleep. And then my daughter was also like had a fever and a breakout. So that I was coming
Wow.
home to get sleep that day because I was like, oh, I feel the sore throat.
Mm.
I'm not even playing around, but I wasn't thinking fucking coronavirus, excuse my French. I was not thinking coronavirus. And so I had to go back, pick my daughter up. And once I had her, it was like I barely got any rest. Maybe I got 30 minutes of sleep that day. And so the next thing I knew, a fever came on. It's like, really? A fever? Okay. And then the cough. And I was like, wait, what are the damn symptoms of the coronavirus? I got
Oh my
1, 2, and
gosh.
3, right? And so at first I was doing stuff like taking oregano oil, taking elderberry syrup, taking a honey, because I was like, I got to get rid of the sore throat. And then a friend, because I wasn't really getting better the next day, and a friend sent me a message and she was like, you should not take, anything sweet like elderberry or honey during this time because sugar causes mucus. Even natural sugar like
Right.
honey and elderberry causes mucus in your lungs.
Oh no, I've been eating a lot of fruit. I love
No,
fruit.
you can have
Fresh
fruit,
Okay.
just not honey and elderberry syrup or chocolate. Okay.
Oh, okay. I don't have none of that.
Okay, good. But oranges are really good. Orange juice, vitamin C. And so the next day I happened to be on Instagram and I caught it was so weird. I caught Queen of Fua's, like she was in my Instagram and it was her video and she was talking about things that you could do for your respiratory system. So she
Mhm.
suggested lime water with eucalyptus oil. If you have, I also want to say like this, especially if you have ingestible eucalyptus oil. All eucalyptus oil is not ingestible. So I
Okay.
know the Young Living brand is, and the one that she sells with, I think it's called Breath of Fire or Breath of Life, sorry. And it is a mix of, I don't know, Breath of
Yoga
Fire,
terms, breath of
Kundalini,
fire,
right? I'm like,
Kundalini
Breath of
yoga.
Air? No. So it's Breath of Life, and it's like it's a blend of eucalyptus and mint, and you can put it in your water. So that helped. The fresh mint, eucalyptus oil, and lime. That was good during the day. And I was also doing lots of apple cider vinegar. I was doing 3 shots of oregano oil and
Wow.
organic orange juice. Even though that burned my mouth, I suggest literally doing
You
the
were
2 max.
literally sterilizing the inside of your body.
I was a ninja. Okay, let me tell you, I was not playing around. So this last drink I'm gonna share with you is the one that Queen shared that is really the lifesaver, and it's hot water, lime, eucalyptus oil, and garlic. And you're not gonna be smelling good, but chewing that garlic up at the very end was the only thing that helped me go back to sleep at night and helped me clear up all of this in my lungs so I could breathe. And sometimes, oh my God, and sometimes I had to do 2 of those cups of tea to
Per day.
go back to bed at night. And sometimes my body would wake me up, I mean 3 in the morning. And I think a lot of people, when they get waken up in the middle of the night, they'll be like, oh, it's nothing, like I just want to try to go back to sleep. However, like this virus is no joke, and it's like you can't go back to sleep just by drinking water. You
Oh,
literally
wow.
have got to be so in tune with your body and listen to it when it's like, get up, do something, like
Yeah. My puppers came over here.
oh
What other like thank God I don't have COVID, but I've definitely had the sleep issues
yeah.
and the migraine issues. I'm dealing more with like the mental wellness, issues and stuff. And so I'm pretty sure my headache is coming from a heavy amount of worrying.
Uh-huh.
I'm a business owner. I run my own business, so there's been a lot of like having to work things, pivot and
Yep.
produce and things of that nature. And so, yeah, I definitely I've been doing some sniffing my peppermint essential oils,
Yeah.
drinking peppermint tea for my migraines, drinking lots of water, eating fresh fruits and things of that nature. And
Good.
luckily today I don't have one. I actually wanted to come on
Yay.
sooner. Yeah, I actually wanted to come on sooner and do this blogcast, but my migraines were getting the best of me and I couldn't come on. So It's like things like those little things that you don't think of that like really get in the way of like
Yeah.
workflow and just your ability for self-care. Because when you have a migraine or you're having sleep issues, it's like you're dead to the world. It's hard
Yeah.
to like pick yourself up and take care of yourself. So yeah,
Yeah.
just the little things, just doing the little things have been helpful for
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
right
I've had to
now.
definitely kind of distance myself off of social media because it's like
That's a good
uh,
one.
Facebook can be like grief book. Like I
Yes.
feel like every time I get on, I'm seeing somebody passing or somebody's
Mm,
family member in the hospital or
wow.
somebody posting something about Trump and his BS that he's doing, and I'm like, it
Trump
is.
troll. That's my
It's like,
trolling ass
yeah,
troll President Trump.
yeah. It's like too much for, I think, sometimes for our nervous energies to ingest. So I have to take things in slowly,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to
Yeah.
like today and yesterday, like, and today I got a really good walk in nature. I mean, I didn't realize
That's
how much
good.
I needed that. Like, and I just like put my phone in my pocket. I was like, nope, I'm just gonna hang out with my daughter and my mom. I'm gonna look at animals and
Yeah.
just
There you go.
chill out. And it was so regrounding today just to be in nature. Like it really, really, really is good. And if anybody can get out and just get fresh air right now,
Yeah.
I like, even if you got to get in your car and drive off into nature
hmm
with
Even when you live in
somebody
the
or by
city, there's always
yourself.
something. Even if you live in
There's
the city, there's always something around the corner.
there's parks
Yeah.
in the city,
Yeah.
and if you
No
can get in a
excuse.
car, right? If you're not in
Well, some
a,
people have
public
excuses, I'm sure.
transit, yeah.
Some people have good excuses. I
I
take that
mean,
back. I take that
yeah,
back.
and if you have
Some people are
grass,
handicapped.
if you're near grass or a tree, like connect, like this is really a time to connect with Mother
Yeah,
Earth. We
connect
have to
and ground.
gotta reground our energy systems. This is like
For those of our viewers who
vital.
don't understand like the terminology that we're using as far as like grounding and reconnecting and grass and nature,
Like
it sounds like
sit
we're
in
just like
grass,
we're like
hug
clouds,
a
grass, rain.
tree.
Like we're calling out all
Yeah,
these elements and it's like get
yeah,
down, yeah, rah. Like what does it all mean?
yeah,
Just basically just saying there's some techniques that you can use as a human being, as a sentient being, to refresh your spirit, refresh
yeah,
your mind, body, and soul. And one of those
yeah,
things that is a go-to, but will never not be a go-to until I guess we ruin the earth to no end.
yeah.
I don't
Let's say we're not gonna do that
know.
since
That
we're
cannot
letting her
happen.
rest.
That can't happen. So yeah, you just go outside barefoot and step in the grass and the earth and the dirt and just do some deep breathing and help yourself to just like collect your thoughts. It's like almost like airing out the closet of your
Yeah.
mind.
Mhm.
It's interesting, but it also like rejuvenates you. Yeah.
Yeah. Calms your nervous system down.
There's some other
Rem-
symptoms that I've been having actually. Speaking of
mm,
which, ears ringing. And I like how
mm,
you touched on grief because that's definitely, I've been paying close attention to like my stages and phases, like pretty much
mhm,
this is my journey of COVID. So let me just talk real
mhm,
quick about my journey of COVID-19 and how I was feeling. So basically, how I was feeling was at first I was like, oh, this is crazy. Like, all right, well, we better be careful, you know? Then that was like the first week and a half. And then for 3 days straight, when like news just kept coming in, bombarding, numbers were just increasing and like increasingly fast, double, triple, quadruple. Then I just went into a period of like, oh, and then I had to start canceling everything and
mm,
rescheduling everything. And I was like, oh, shit, what's going on? And I was like, okay,
mm.
now there's nothing I can do. I came to a point in time where I realized there's absolutely nothing that I can do. I need to first let go so that I can move on to the next thing. See, like when you're carrying this heavy load and you
Yeah.
have to make room for something that's new or different, you cannot even make room for that if you're carrying
Right.
everything from like the
Right.
past. And like some of the things that the way that we were living and the things that we were doing in the past before COVID-19 and the shutdown, those are things essentially in the past. So I had to figure out some things to do in the now with what's currently going on
Yes.
for my business. And that's when I actually shut down. And for 3 days straight, all I did was just sleep, eat, binge, watch Netflix, be in pajamas, do nothing. And
Yeah.
I didn't realize it at the time until like I had my moment to meditate and look hindsight. What I was actually doing was like letting go.
Yeah.
Letting go. I had to let go and like kind of reset, refresh. And then I was like, all right, now I'm ready. Where are we gonna pivot this? What are we gonna do in the meantime between?
Yeah.
There's too much going on. Let's figure this out, you know? And so
It's so important that you just let your body rest and have that, because women, we don't realize we need that putter time. And putter time means like we do nothing. We just do absolutely mindless things, and it's so good because our mind is always going,
yes,
and
that was
just
the
to be
problem.
like, you know what? Good night up here for a little bit. Like, you are getting your beauty rest all up
Seriously.
in here. Like, the brain is resting, the amygdala is resting,
For real.
you know, the cortex, our nervous cortex is resting. So,
So true. So true. So some of the things to do during this time, besides obviously taking care of our health, and what goes inside of our bodies and our sleep and things like that, concentrating on those things. What are like maybe some activities that you suggest or that you have done yourself that you've been doing to stay busy? Besides, like, of course, going out for walks, maybe some things inside?
Sure. So I've been reading some erotica.
Ooh, I like that suggestion.
Oh, and a little bit of self-touch, which is really needed. I've been pulling some cards and just getting some messages and
What
stuff
kind of
like
deck do you
that.
have?
I have a few, but I've really been playing around with this Goddess Oracle. It's a big deck. I really, 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 really like it. I like the messages. It's got a lot of history of different goddesses in it.
Oh, that's really cool. I love history.
Yeah, I've been lighting candles, right? Just like connecting with the energy of the candles. Moving my body sensually, slowly, tapping into emotions. If I need to, I cry. Like, I do the ugly cry, like the
Yeah,
snot running
seriously.
down, the
Let it
eyelashes
out.
falling off, all of it. So, I've been buying myself fresh flowers just to keep reminding myself of beauty. I bought myself a big old plant, as you can
Oh my gosh,
see.
I absolutely love
Uh-huh.
it. Yes.
$11.97 at Walmart. It was
Okay,
in
Walmart
clearance
coming through.
section. I was like, thank you,
Okay.
Walmart. I love my fern. Like, um, yeah, more live things. It's really, I forget how much energy just having live things can bring us.
Yeah. Yes, because of that reason, I went and got a fish tank after my 3 days of rest.
I
I was like,
love it.
and then she
Yay.
rested.
And then she rested.
Creation mode.
I've been doing Zoom dates with girlfriends, just like
Oh, I love it.
bring
Yes.
bring
I've
your
been doing
own
those.
favorite drink, non-alcoholic, or if you want to have wine, no judgment. And just like sitting there.
You're talking about going on the like private live groups where the girls get together and do like yoga or meditation or like have a little party,
Yes,
like a dance
but
party.
like I've been doing those too, but this was just like I had a one-on-one with a girlfriend on Friday night, and we did like a bragging session. We did like
Oh
brags and
yeah.
gratitudes,
We did that in your group. I
desires.
remember that.
Uh-huh.
So some of the things that I have been doing to, you know, during these times. Well, one thing that I thought was important, especially after, getting back to it, was raising my vibration. Because when you raise your frequency, you become more aware.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that I like to do that's a really easy go-to is to listen to music. And I find that when you listen to music on things like vinyl, or if you listen to some things that have live instruments, or a live concert of a person that you like, that it has a more intense effect on
Mm.
kind of bringing you to a dimension or a realm almost where you
Mm.
can like let go and meditate.
I'm gonna try that, girl.
Yeah. And so even like, another thing too is like really good music videos. And some music videos have movies attached to them. So I always thought that
Mm-hmm.
was really cool. One that's really popular that we know about is Michael Jackson, right? Thriller, of
All
course.
right. Do do
But
do do do.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but like there's a lot of great musicians out there that have done
Yeah.
music video movies to
Yeah.
their music, and those are really great things to do, besides of course the Netflix and chill, and like what's on your watch list,
I've
what is on
been
your
miss.
watch list.
I know. I've been seeing lots of things about people posting watch lists. I love. Well, I binge watched this during the was it the Christmas break? But is it Bad Moms on Netflix? It is
uh no, I have not.
hilarious. Oh my God. I just died laughing. I would be down here laughing
No.
out loud. I
That's
binge watched it. I
funny.
probably watched 4 seasons in a week and a half. And I like it because it's also like each episode is like 20-25 minutes. So
Yeah,
you can get through it really, really fast. And I appreciated that.
I was into Mindhunter, and then
Okay.
what did I do recently? um I did the Handmaiden's Tale, the movie, with the
Okay.
subtitles. That was
Okay.
really good. And there was something that I was streaming recently that I just can't,
Okay.
for the love of me, think of right now, but it'll come up.
I
Someone
want to
put
see
me
the
on to like Little Fires Everywhere, but I
okay.
don't like the direction. Ah,
Okay.
the direction
Okay.
seems
Okay.
forced, but I won't go there.
Okay. Okay. I want to see Madam CJ Walker's
Oh,
her series. Oh, I did watch, which was really good on Amazon. I saw the Meek Mill documentary, which was all about prison reform. It was really good. It wasn't what I was expecting. I learned a lot of new things, and
oh my goodness, I have to
I
see
really
that. Yeah, I've
appreciated
heard a
it.
lot
It was
about that.
good. It was really, really, really
Interesting.
good.
Yeah, I wish I could
Hmm.
remember like some of the things that I've been doing on
Oh, I've
Netflix.
been watching every single kids movie. I saw Frozen 2 more than once, and Gruffalo, and now we're in the middle of Trolls, the holiday special. So yeah, I barely got a chance to get away and see the Meek Mill documentary because
Well,
I've
you're doing
been
good.
I've been hanging
I
with a
just blanked out when it comes
5-year-old.
to like remembering what I saw. I'm like, oh yeah, I really like the color out in space.
Okay.
Bliss was out of control.
Okay. Is that a
Bliss,
movie or a
these
documentary?
are movies. So Bliss is a
Okay.
movie. Color Out of Space is a movie. These are all like thrillers.
Okay.
And
Oh, girl, I can't do thrillers. See, that's
hey,
why you may not
L
be sleeping because
L
I can't sleep after thrillers.
L.
Oh my
You
God.
can't do horror or thrillers, huh?
Oh, but I did do, I'm lying. I did see The Lost Girls, which was it's based on a true story about these girls who were they were sex workers, and they were getting like murdered and killed in a specific area. But the whole police department was in on it. And so, and they were just like, they weren't giving the girls like the proper care of their investigations and stuff like that, because there was so many people on the inside doing shady stuff.
Okay,
So
don't say
good.
no more.
I won't say anymore, but it was good. I will not spoil it for you, but it was really
Don't do it.
It's good. I won't.
Awesome. Okay.
Really good.
Well, yeah, and then that, of course, and then there's always like, those are different ways to raise your vibration or whatever. But of course, talking to loved ones and calling up people that you haven't talked to. Like, what about that person that you haven't talked to in like 10, 20 years? Like, for real. Like, old high school friends that are on your Facebook that you never talk to. Like, that's a really dope feeling,
It is.
So
I've been talking on the phone a whole lot more than I normally used to, because when I lived in New York, I never had time to talk on the phone to anybody. So I love driving in my car and talking to people. I'm going to grocery store, or, whatever I'm doing is really, I really appreciate human connection right now, more than I think we ever did before.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I've just been hitting people up. Hey, let me know if you want a video chat. Just reach out. Don't feel, some people feel like shy or, I don't know, introverted. I'm an ambivert. So like I said, when this all went down, my first reaction was like, all right, well, better be careful, because like I'm good being like, I'm chilling, I'm by myself, whatever, leave me alone, I'm reading, type of vibe. But then I have that part of me that's very social as well. So after a little while, I started getting like angry for a little bit. I went through my little grief stages. It was interesting to witness, but yeah.
Same. I was like, this, my Libra perfection. This is great. Like, we'll cook really good meals. We'll like be creative in the house. We'll declutter. And
you're already balancing it all.
And then I was like, last Friday, I was like, I'm gonna have to kill somebody. I'm gonna throw somebody out the window, because I cannot see myself another 60 days living with the same human beings and not seeing anybody else, unless I literally go to the Whole Foods or the Trader Joe's or the Plum Market or the gas station or the Walmart and the Myers. Like, these are all our stores we have over here. I'm like, no. Get me out of this bad dream.
I know. Yeah, I don't know.
But it's not.
I feel bad for people who have to stay home with their kids to homeschool, but they don't usually stay home with their kids because they're like, their kids are a little bit older now and they don't know what to do.
Speaking of, my kid just rode her scooter in here. Okay, Kariel.
Well, do you have any last minute mentions? I have like a huge like list of like things that I wrote down for ideas to do during COVID. And so let's see how speedy fast I can read them.
Okay, go.
Look up numerology, astrology. Look up the Blood Diet book. That's a really dope book. I'm not going to explain myself as I go through this list. I'm just going to name shit off. You got to get with it. Either you're with it or you're not. Zen meditation guides, exercise equipment, herbal remedy books, Farmer's Almanac. Let's see, you can organize all your old photos and make them into a slideshow, send them to loved ones to brighten, someone's day or whatever. You can make a music playlist, which, by the way, if you like any of the music that played on this series, just go below. You'll see the link to the COVID-19 chick flicks playlist that we created on Spotify. Let's see, you can do spring cleaning, of course. We already said video call old friends, fasting, and not just from food. I'll let you figure that one out. Goal setting, your 1 year, 5 year, and 10 year, relook that, get creative with cooking, virtual tours. You know that you can go online to, of course, Google Maps or Google Earth should be booming right now because that's such a fun site. I don't know if you've ever been on it, but you can do tours in like the cathedrals and the museums and stuff like that. So yes, baby. And then do a vision board. Take a free online course, all them courses that are like take it for free or whatever, not just Corsica or those what is it, Udemy or whatever, but you can go to the actual websites for universities like Stanford, like really good universities, Harvard, Stanford, MIT, and you can see free classes they have taught by their professors online that you can take, which
so
I learned that growing
interesting.
up in Cambridge. Yeah. And so, yeah, you can watch a documentary about something you don't know anything about. You can finish that book that you wanted to finish, or you can start a new one, of course. And then maybe even learn a few words in a new language. Whatever, you got time today, honey, right? You got time.
That's right. You got a lot of time.
Yes, do it big, start up a virtual mastermind group, accountability partners, so that you guys can like say once a week we're going to come on virtually and we're just going to talk about what we're doing and get through it together, just a group of people that you love, that have your back and are about their business.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was my tips. Speedy fast.
Love
Do you have any last minute mentions, Goddess? Like any last minute mentions? Like, what do you have going on new right now? Are you going to be doing anything during COVID-19?
So I'm doing a new moon class with my friend Sofa on the 9th of April, and then pretty much every week I'm going to be doing these by donation different collaborations with some of my favorite goddesses around all kinds of subjects, from tantra to money to sensuality, new moon, full moon, family constellation therapy, ancestral healing. So just
That's gonna be really good.
tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned, guys. Like, we'll definitely be coming on here more often, just to provide support and comfort and just kiki with y'all during these times, get to know each other a little bit better. But yeah. Okay, guys. Yeah, I will be offering by donation, as well as you heard Leora also speaking about the classes and things that we offer, our consultations or mentorships or anything like that. We are going to be doing through donation only during these times to help people out. So I as well will be doing spiritual coaching sessions or just kiki sessions to help, clear your mind and relax you, de-stress you, have someone to talk to who isn't, conflict of interest. Sometimes you need to speak to someone who isn't going to just yes you to death or just hate on you and rain on your parade. So you can reach out to your girl
people
for that. Yes. All right. Well, thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.